capture of one delinquent cannot be worth more than the lives of people.
The release of Ovidio Guzman raised crucial questions about the balance between public safety and a...
They got they nigga back? No! Another reaction, man. Man, what y'all on today, man? Today we gonna be reacting to some crazy shit, man. Like always, I got the best reaction vids. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We coming up, man. We on this YouTube shit heavy. Got my half up. You know what I'm saying? Spark your shit up too. What you doing? Fuck with y'all, man. Fuck with me. Like, subscribe, comment. It's simple. If you got something you know, if you been here, if you can relate, comment. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck with the content and like to see it, subscribe. You feel me? It'll help the channel grow. Fuck with y'all, man.
To them, their city's most wanted man had just been arrested, unleashing a violent backlash. Cartel foot soldiers set up roadblocks and waged war on the police as they tried to free their boss.
No loss of life yet. So what is being done? We have 7 state police personnel injured. We know that there are military personnel also injured. We are still working to control the situation.
Landing under gunfire, this was a military operation that ended in bloodshed.
Bro, you gotta be a crazy motherfucker to hop on a plane and land right in the middle of where the fuck they shooting at. Like, that's equivalent to my homie getting knocked in Warzone and me running out to the same nigga that just knocked him all my life. Like, what the
The fall of the Mexican cartels is something that has interest beyond Mexico itself, as their criminal organizations affect countries across the globe. Today, we look at one cartel leader who followed in his father's footsteps by making it on to the FBI's most wanted list. When he takes on the Mexican government, he finds himself a hunted man. And after authorities finally secure an arrest, they are shocked at what he is hiding in his own bedroom. Let's jump right in and take a look at when the...
First of all, you shouldn't be shocked at nothing that these niggas is doing, nigga. And ain't it crazy how, like, motherfuckers like El Chapo, like, bro, you can go to fucking France and motherfuckers gonna know El Chapo. Like, it's crazy how these certain figures just get this, just certain notoriety, and it all leads to the same place, bro. These niggas either dead or in jail, man. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta figure out how to make this legal money and stay out these streets, because it don't do shit for us.
The FBI discovered something terrifying after El Chapo's son was arrested. Mexico has grappled with organized crime for decades, a struggle filled with violence, corruption, and a lot of bodies on both sides.
Roadblocks, vehicle fires, and fierce fighting left 10 soldiers and 19 suspected cartel members dead.
The arrest of 32-year-old Ovidio Guzman stands as a pivotal moment in Mexico's ongoing struggle against organized crime and shows how this battle has slowly become a war.
Mexican authorities arrested the son of former drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Ovidio Guzman was wanted by the U.S. and has been called a major trafficker of fentanyl and other drugs.
This incident brought to light the deadly rift between law enforcement agencies and powerful criminal networks, and shows us just how the cartels of Mexico...
And bro, what's even crazier is these niggas so powerful, bro, that like they can get these cops hit. They see a video of a cop arrested, like El Chapo, first time if he was out of jail, right, or out of prison, and he seen his son getting arrested. Let that badge cam drop on my life. It's crucial. It's crucial. Like I was saying this last video, man, if you ain't watched, go check that out. It was a crazy reaction. But like, bro, Hispanics and y'all crimes is crazy, but y'all be doing some off the wall shit. Off the wall, man.
Mexico are ready to defend their own. The Sinaloa cartel, a formidable criminal organization, has long dominated Mexico's crime history. Its leader, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, was a notorious figure known for his incredible prison escapes and extensive network. The cartel's influence reached far beyond Mexican borders, trafficking large quantities of narcotics to international markets. The Sinaloa, at one time, operated in over 50 countries, with much of their business coming from the United States. U.S. officials even claimed in 2015 that the annual revenue of the cartel ranged from 3 to 39 billion American dollars. Over the years, the Sinaloa have kept ahead of the...
These niggas making enough money to start taxing motherfuckers. What the hell? Bill? Bro, in my life, these niggas got enough money to go off on an island somewhere, start building cities, and call it real life, you know, Mexico. Build a whole nother new one on me. I love y'all Mexicans, man, and if y'all fighting, it's sad that they people gotta go through this, and we giving, what, billions of dollars to Ukraine, and we not helping that. We not helping the same minorities that built our country with their own, but we helping motherfuckers, my bad, we helping motherfuckers that fuck a Ukrainian dude. On my life, I ain't know what the fuck a Ukraine was 2 years ago, and a lot of y'all didn't either. It's crazy, bro. We gotta help these folks.
The narcotics market, introducing dangerously addictive substances to the streets of America.
There are now dozens, probably hundreds of fentanyl labs here in Sinaloa. No land is needed to grow ingredients. It's entirely synthetic. It's so easy and cheap to make, it can be cooked almost anywhere.
Cartels like the Sinaloa have adapted over the years, embracing advanced technology, tactics, and a whole load of weaponry to evade law enforcement. Their ability to infiltrate various sectors of society and to challenge state authority poses ongoing challenges for Mexican security forces. Ovidio officially became the suspected leader of the Sinaloa in 2019 after his father was convicted and sent to a United States prison to serve a life sentence, where he currently remains to this day.
That nigga looks scary.
Born in March 1990 to El Chapo's second of many wives, Ovidio was raised in Mexico, attending school until he became old enough to join the family business. Of course, that business was crime, and Ovidio Guzman would prove to be very good at it. A grand jury indictment later stated that he began his criminal career with the Sinaloa in 2008 when he was still a teenager, and by 2012, the United States government had named him one of El Chapo's key lieutenants.
Like, why the fuck is that the government? What does that have to do with us? Like, I get that they transporting crimes, you know, they transporting drugs. But, bro, the United States like to get in everybody's business. We ain't helping these folks, but we naming these niggas top. Like, what the fuck, nigga? This should be white folk crazy. White folk crazy, man.
It is believed Ovidio has taken a major role in the Sinaloa cartel since his father was incarcerated in 2016, effectively running the cartel with his three brothers, Ivan Archivaldo Guzman, Jesus Alfredo Guzman, and Ismael El Mayo. Together, they were known as Los Chapitos, or the Little Chapos.
Yeah, nigga, we watch our ass together on my mama. We ain't bougie over here.
From the moment Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was arrested in 2016 after a firefight with Mexican commandos, his sons were destined to assume the throne.
I ain't gonna lie, man. How the fuck these niggas living like real life GTA, man, on my life? The toughest niggas in Chirac, you feel me? A lot of these niggas go out with no fights. No, none of that. Toughest niggas in wherever the fuck. They going to the police. They yes sirring that nigga on me. These, they real life like that. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Our gangs in America ain't got shit on them on my life. Yeah, y'all be told switches. But these niggas, dang, these niggas dangerous.
The Sinaloa cartel.
By 2017, Ovidio and his brother Joaquin had been indicted by the United States Attorney in the District of Columbia. They were facing charges of participating in a conspiracy.
This nigga look like on my mama, the dude on the this dude right here. Tell me he don't look like your sister's boyfriend, Charles, fucking Thomas. he don't even look, bro. He don't even look Mexican. But this nigga, he look like he on that bullshit. He look like he thinking of some shit right now, thinking of how to get you with that. But that's what I'm saying. These niggas do not like. Bro, don't look like he about none of that. 9 times out of 10, he'll get your head in a bucket.
By the United States Attorney in the District of Columbia. They were facing charges of participating in a conspiracy to traffic various narcotics for over a decade. The indictment showed the brutal rule of Los Chapitos, with the 4 brothers showing no mercy in the pursuit of power. What they did to those who they considered a threat is beyond comprehension. Corkscrews and electrocution were just 2 of the methods used to extract information from those who were unlucky enough to end up in the cartel interrogation room. Once information was obtained by these captives, typically through torture, these individuals were killed either by or at the direction of the Chapitos themselves, and the bodies disposed of throughout the area. While many of these victims were shot, others were fed, dead or alive, to tigers. Usually, the victims would be law enforcement officers, people who owed a debt, and members faithful.
Where the fuck these niggas getting tigers? These niggas got money and they on my life like, nigga, what the fuck? They was feeding police to tigers, nigga? Shit. Like, what the fuck you do? One of these niggas, you know, y'all get in an accident, right? You cruising. You puffing. You got some Mexican music in the radio. You feel me? Somebody rearing your shit. And it's one of these niggas. You just got rear-ended, sir. You on my life. Like, you just better not say shit. You better stay in your car. You gonna get out and see him. You gonna kiss they fucking ring. And you gonna get back in your shit and dip. You can't even call the police. Because the police not coming. Let me tell you why. Because they feeding him the fucking tigers. What the fuck, niggas?
To other cartels. October 17th, 2019. After a United States judge granted the extradition of Ovidio Guzman, the National Guard were on their way to his home in Culiacan, Sinaloa. As soon as the large convoy of vehicles pulled up outside his house, they came under fire and were quickly outnumbered by heavily armed cartel members. Despite the odds being against them, they managed to arrest and capture Ovidio and take him into custody. This would be the start of the Battle of Culiacan.
This is the deadly and chaotic gun battle erupting in the Mexican city of Culiacan after the Mexican government says the National Guard and Army attempted to arrest El Chapo's son, Ovidio Guzman Lopez. Authorities say a heavily armed drug cartel ambushed the military and police, spraying them with bullets.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now why gangbang is slow. Cause on my mama, ain't no gang finna go for me if I go to jail like these niggas. On my life. On my life, nigga. Ain't no gang you in, ain't no gang you know gonna go to the police and blick at them to make sure you get out. None of them. None of them. None of them. Not a single one of them. On my life. Now, if gangs was moving like this, I can understand. Man, what? Man, what? These... Y'all arrest him, what? Like, no, ain't no gang doing this for y'all. That's crazy.
This journalist filming as deafening gunfire rings out around him.
The deadly gun battle between police and a narco militia over a drug cartel suspect wanted here in the U.S. The battle in Mexico over an attempt to arrest the son of the notorious drug lord El Chapo, turning the streets into a war zone. Vehicles set on fire to keep the authorities out.
The city descended into chaos as heavily armed cartel members unleashed violence to protect their leader's son.
The arrest sparked a wave of violence. Dozens were killed, including 10 military personnel. The president of Mexico has defended the operation.
Around 700 cartel members began a reign of terror in Culiacan, attacking military, government, and even civilian targets in an attempt to intimidate law enforcement to release their leader. They had come prepared with armored vehicles, bulletproof vests, and rocket launchers. Just a small sample of the array of weapons they had brought to the fight. The fires from cars and buildings could be seen all around the city as chaos took over. And this was only hours after his arrest. The ensuing gun battles and blockades paralyzed the city, prompting a tense standoff between security forces and the cartel.
Masked gunmen paralyzing the city, lighting cars on fire to keep police back, women and children running for cover. The situation so out of control, authorities retreated and suspended the operation.
With mounting pressure and a rising death toll, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador made one of the most shocking decisions that left everyone completely dumbfounded.
The capture of one delinquent cannot be worth more than the lives of people.
The release of Ovidio Guzman raised crucial questions about the balance between public safety and a...
They got they nigga back? No, nigga, what? This some shit out of a fucking movie. Bruh, the biggest gangs that I met, Bloods, Crips, ain't none of these niggas moving like this on my mama. They upped on police. The president let that nigga go. No, that's crazy.
Upholding the rule of law. Critics argued that the government's decision to release him showed weakness and could spark a wave of criminal organizations challenging state authority even further. Supporters of the decision, however, knew the need to prevent further bloodshed and civilian casualties.
Darling, back off!
Ovidio Guzman's arrest and release was watched by many people beyond Mexico's borders. It was a stark reminder of the nature of organized crime and the need for international cooperation to help combat criminal networks. The decision was not met fondly, but the president defended it, saying, "So as not to put the population at risk, I ordered that this operation be stopped and that this alleged criminal be released."
Tonight, Mexico's president is defending the decision to call off the raid, saying too many innocent people were at risk.
In the end, the president saw the lives of his own citizens as more important than the arrest of one cartel leader, no matter how powerful they might be. The authorities were caught off guard and were unprepared for the violent response of the cartel, but this would not stop them hunting their target until they finally got a conviction. This incident enabled discussions about the effectiveness of extradition treaties, intelligence sharing, and strategies to address the root causes of drug trafficking. Over the next several years, Ovidio moved from place to place, trying to evade capture. But behind the scenes, an operation had begun to bring this cartel boss down for good. A 6-month surveillance operation to capture Ovidio was backed by the United States, who had placed a $5 million reward for information leading to his arrest or conviction. The Mexican authorities knew they were up against the odds, but this time they had no intention of coming back empty-handed. Law enforcement could only hope there wouldn't be as much bloodshed as the first time he was captured. On January 5, 2023, a small army of heavily armed officers led an operation to arrest the leader of the Sinaloa cartel.
In a pre-dawn raid, Ovidio Guzman, son of the infamous Mexican drugs boss El Chapo, was captured in the northwest city of Culiacan. But it sparked widespread violence. It is not the first time Guzman has been arrested. In 2019, he was taken into custody, only to be released after further violence erupted.
To minimize the danger to civilians, they began the operation to arrest Ovidio Guzman just before dawn. Helicopter gunships and a convoy of armored vehicles executed the raid flawlessly, littering the whole house with bullets before extracting their target by helicopter within 10 minutes. By the time reports of his arrest were confirmed, Ovidio was already being held in the Federal Social Readaptation Center No. 1, a maximum security federal prison. As expected, the Sinaloa cartel did not take his arrest well, and once again, violence erupted, with dozens of vehicles being set alight. Buses were a target, with the shells of many burning and blocking the roads throughout the city, so many were told to stop and hide as they were at risk of attack. There was a lot of fear. People were scared. Our bus had just passed a spot where it happened, literally. If we had waited just another 30 seconds before passing, we would have been in the crossfire of it. As well as the chaos on the ground, the Sinaloa cartel wanted chaos in the skies as well. At least 2 planes at Sinaloa airports were hit by gunfire in attacks that were blamed on the Sinaloa cartel. More than 100 flights were canceled as a result, and hundreds of passengers were left terrified. One of the flights scheduled to fly from Culiacan to Mexico City was hit by gunfire during the operation. This video appeared online, showing the passengers
I swear to God, this shit's crazy, nigga. Like this shit giving nigga chills. I do not condone none of this, but nigga, these niggas moving the right way when you gotta move that way. Imagine, old block King Von got arrested, right? And the whole old block nigga just start going crazy. They don't move like that, cause real life, all these niggas pussy. And it ain't really, I can't call them that, but it's like, you see what they doing there. And I do not, now when it comes to citizens, like, that's crazy. Like, should no citizen be caught in the crossfire, that shit. Like, that shit real life sad, bro. They real life just start blinking at random buses and setting them on fire. But I'm speaking more towards the loyalty side. Like, nigga, all these gangs is dumb because you ain't getting no fucking loyalty, nigga. Just get your money, take care of your family, get out the way, and live a life, nigga. This shit needs to be this crazy.
cowering on the floor in what must have been a harrowing ordeal for all involved, not knowing whether they were about to survive the next few moments.
Terrified air passengers duck for cover as their plane comes under fire during takeoff. Outside Culiacan Airport, Ernesto Ramos captured the moment a Mexican Air Force plane was shot at.
One of the passengers later described the horrifying incident, saying, "As we were accelerating for takeoff, we heard gunshots very close to the plane, and that's when we threw ourselves to the floor."
I picked the software engineering program because they pay very well. It's a fast-paced industry. The boot camp allowed.
Or imagine, but y'all going up, then y'all gotta unbuckle y'all seatbelts. Don't everybody get the fuck flying? Oh no, they ain't making it.
Restore order, the Mexican government sent 1,000 extra military personnel, but this operation already had its casualties, and not all of them were the bad guys. During the daring raid, which involved over 200 officers, a total of 29 people lost their lives. 19 of those were cartel, and 10 were military personnel. But the operation was a success in terms of arrests, with the top man, Ovidio Guzman, in custody, as well as another 21 suspects.
His capture is a rare victory for officials in Mexico against this powerful cartel with convenient timing. US President Joe Biden arrives in the country next week for a leaders' summit.
A video later released showed the extent of the damage the home and the surrounding complex endured during the operation, with shell casings littering the entire area and bullet holes throughout the inside of the house. As they ventured further into the house, they came across a disturbing sight. Inside, they discovered an alarming arsenal of weapons that could have provided a small army with enough might to take on any attackers. Over 40 powerful weapons were found, including assault rifles.
Man, them niggas in Chicago was geeked when Rondo number 9 had one of them, right? He ain't had no rockets, nigga. These niggas got rockets and rockets to reload that bitch. Stop playing with, man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Grenades, an anti-aircraft gun, and other military.
I ain't gonna lie, these type niggas, they take one of yours, you gotta be like, man, you got it. Nah, you got it for sure, man. What my nigga fucked up. He was in the wrong, man. You got it. Like, he gon' hit you with this. He miss. He gon' put this one in. He gon' up shit. He miss. He gon' put the.
Very great equipment. This alarming cachet of weaponry highlighted the Sinaloa cartel's significant firepower and showed the grim challenges faced by law enforcement in confronting such well-equipped criminal organizations. The weaponry found within the residence was not merely a display of firepower. It was a symbol of the cartel's dominance and its ability to challenge the authority of the Mexican state. The discovery reinforced the idea that criminal organizations like the Sinaloa cartel operate with impunity, often overshadowing the efforts of law enforcement agencies. The details of exactly what happened during the operation are sketchy at best, with the video released showing just how many bullets were fired that early morning of January 5th, 2023.
We regret the loss of lives of those who died while carrying out their jobs. We also regret other losses.
The violence calmed down after a few days, with the president vowing to clear the roads and return things to normal. Security at Altiplano prison has been increased since Guzman was detained there just after his arrest in an attempt to stop an escape or breakout. The United States had an arrest warrant for Ovidio since 2019 and immediately asked for extradition of the prisoner, which a Mexican judge refused on the grounds that he had criminal proceedings back home to deal with first. The Mexican government is keeping tight-lipped about their high-profile prisoner, but if this cartel leader ends up in court, he could be joining his father, where they will have all the time in the world to catch up from behind bars. Let me know what you think about the life of Ovidio.
Oh, we may have to react to this one next. Hey, man, shout out to the Death Door, man. Crazy, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. If I kick you in your shit, you know what I mean? Nah.